The day they threw her out, she didn't cry at first. She just stood there, clutching a worn cloth bag to her chest, her fingers trembling as the iron gates slowly opened behind her. 20 years of love, sacrifice, and silent devotion, dismissed in a single moment. And the boy she had raised like her own stood there, watching. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet power of love, take a moment to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that need them. The morning had started like any other, yet something in the air felt different. The mansion stood tall and flawless, sunlight gliding over its polished windows, but inside, a storm had already begun. Maria had woken before dawn, as she had every day for the past 2 decades. Her joints ached more than usual, her steps slower, but her routine remained unchanged. She swept the floors, prepared breakfast, and carefully ironed the clothes of the family she had served her entire adult life. But this wasn't just a job to her. Not anymore. 20 years ago, she had arrived at that house with nothing but desperation and hope. A widow with no children, no home, and no one left in the world. She had taken the job as a maid just to survive. The owners, wealthy and distant, barely noticed her existence. They handed her duties and expectations, but never warmth. Still, Maria endured. She had learned long ago that life rarely offered kindness freely. Then the baby came. Their son was born into luxury, but not into love. His parents were always busy. Business meetings, social events, endless travels. They hired nurses at first, but none stayed long. The child cried constantly, refusing to be comforted by strangers. Until one day, Maria stepped forward. She hadn't meant to interfere, but when she heard his cries echo through the silent halls, something inside her broke. She picked him up, gently rocking him in her arms, humming a lullaby she barely remembered from her own childhood. And just like that, he stopped crying. From that moment, everything changed. Maria became his world. She fed him, bathed him, sang him to sleep, and stayed by his side through every fever and nightmare. She was the one who clapped the loudest at his first steps, who comforted him after his first fall, who listened when he struggled with his first words. While his parents sent gifts and instructions, Maria gave him something far more valuable: presence. He called her a mama before he ever called his real mother anything at all. And though she knew it wasn't her place, she never corrected him. Years passed like this, quietly but deeply. The boy grew into a young man, kind, thoughtful, and grounded in a way that didn't match the cold world he was born into. Maria had made sure of that. She taught him humility, compassion, and the importance of seeing people not for their status but for their hearts. But his parents saw things differently. To them, Maria was just a servant who had overstepped her boundaries. They tolerated her presence because it was convenient, because she had raised their son well. But as he grew older, they began to worry. They didn't like how attached he was to her. They didn't like that he respected her more than them. And when he left for university abroad, they saw an opportunity. For 4 years, Maria waited. Every day she cleaned his room as if he might walk in at any moment. She folded his clothes, dusted his books, and kept everything exactly as he had left it. She counted the days until his return, her heart holding on to the only family she had ever known. Then, finally, he came home. The house buzzed with excitement. Preparations were made, decorations arranged, a grand welcome planned. But Maria stayed in the background, as she always did. She watched from a distance as he stepped out of the car, taller, stronger, but with the same gentle eyes she remembered. For a moment, time stood still. Then he saw her. His expression softened instantly, and without hesitation he walked straight past his parents, past the guests, past the expectations, and embraced her. It was the first time in years that Maria felt truly seen. But that moment was also the beginning of the end. Later that evening, behind closed doors, his parents made their decision. They had tolerated Maria long enough. Their son was back now, ready to step into his role in their world. There was no place for a maid who blurred the lines between servant and family. They called her in. The words were cold, calculated, final. Her services were no longer required. No gratitude, no acknowledgement, just dismissal. Maria stood there, her mind struggling to process what she was hearing. 20 years reduced to nothing. She looked at them, just hoping for a flicker of humanity, but there was none. She nodded quietly, because what else could she do? She packed her few belongings in silence. Each item carried memories, small, fragile pieces of a life she had built within those walls, and as she stepped outside, the weight of it all finally hit her. That was the moment captured forever, the image of a woman being cast out, her body leaning forward not just from age, but from heartbreak. Behind her, the gates began to close, and he stood there, watching. But something in him was breaking too. All his life he had believed in the values Maria taught him, kindness, loyalty, love. And now in a single moment those values were being tested. He looked at his parents, then back at her, and for the first time he saw clearly. The woman who had raised him was being treated as if she meant nothing. Something inside him shifted. The world he had returned to suddenly felt unfamiliar, even wrong. The luxury, the expectations, the coldness, it all clashed with the warmth he had known growing up. And he realized something that changed everything. Family wasn't about blood. It was about who stayed, who cared, who loved without conditions. Maria had given him everything, asking for nothing in return. And now, when she needed him the most, could he really stand there and do nothing? As the gates neared closing, he took a step forward, then another. His parents called out to him, their voices sharp with authority, but he didn't stop. Because for the first time in his life, he wasn't following their rules, he was following his heart. He reached the gate just before it shut completely and stepped outside. Maria turned, surprised, her eyes wide with confusion and pain. He didn't say anything. He didn't need to, because in that moment, his presence said everything. He took the bag from her trembling hands and held it gently as if it carried more than just belongings, as if it carried years of love. And without looking back, he walked beside her, away from the mansion, away from the life he was supposed to inherit, and toward something uncertain but real. Life wasn't easy after that. They didn't have the comfort they once did. They didn't have the luxury or the security. But for the first time, Maria felt something she hadn't felt in years. Because she wasn't alone. He worked hard building a life from the ground up, and every step of the way he carried her lessons with him. The kindness she had shown him became the foundation of everything he did. Years later, he built something of his own. Not just a business, but a home. A place filled with warmth, laughter, and the kind of love that couldn't be bought. And at the center of it all was Maria, not as a maid, not as a servant, but as the mother she had always been. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like, share, and comment. Stories like these remind us what truly matters in life. Before we end, I have a special request. Comment a kindness never fails if you believe that love and loyalty always find a way back. Because sometimes the people the world overlooks are the ones who shape us the most. And sometimes walking away from everything is the only way to find what truly matters. The road they walked that day was long, uncertain, and painfully quiet. Maria didn't ask where they were going. She didn't ask why he had chosen her over everything he had ever known. She simply walked beside him, her tired feet moving forward, her heart too full to speak. For years, she had taught him how to stand strong in the face of the world. Now, she wondered if she had unknowingly taught him to give up everything for her. The sun began to set behind them, casting long shadows on the empty road ahead. It felt symbolic, as if one chapter of their lives had ended, and another, uncertain and fragile, was just beginning. That first night, they had nowhere to go. The boy she had raised, now a man, used his savings to rent a small, modest room in a quiet neighborhood far from the towering mansion they had left behind. It was nothing like the life he had known. The walls were plain, the furniture minimal, and the silence felt heavier than luxury ever had. But for Maria, it felt like home, because for the first time she wasn't invisible. The days that followed were not easy. Reality settled in quickly. His parents had cut him off completely. No financial support, no connections, no second chances. The world he had once moved through effortlessly now stood against him, cold and unforgiving. He searched for work tirelessly. From early morning until late evening, he went from office to office, rejection after rejection wearing down his spirit. Many recognized his name, his background. She would prepare simple meals, sit quietly beside him, place a gentle hand on his shoulder, the same way she had when he was a child afraid of the dark. She didn't need to say much. Her presence alone reminded him why he had chosen this path, and slowly things began to change. He found a small job at a local firm, nothing glamorous, nothing close to what he had been destined for, but it was honest work. It was his. He worked harder than he ever had before. Every late night, every early morning, every drop of sweat, it all carried a purpose now. He wasn't building a life of luxury anymore. He was building a life of meaning. Maria, too, refused to remain idle. Despite his protests, she found small ways to contribute, helping neighbors, cooking for families nearby, earning just enough to ease their burden. She had spent her entire life giving, and she didn't know how to stop. But something beautiful was happening. For the first time, they were equals, no longer separated by roles or expectations, no longer bound by the invisible lines of servant and master. They were simply two souls connected by years of love, walking forward together. Years passed. Slowly, steadily, his efforts began to bear fruit. The small job turned into a better opportunity. The better opportunity turned into something bigger. His honesty, his work ethic, and the values Maria had instilled in him set him apart in a world driven by greed. People began to notice, not just his success, but the way he treated others. He respected everyone, regardless of their position. He listened. He cared. So, he remembered where he came from, and more importantly, who had shaped him. And eventually, he built something of his own, a company. But unlike the cold empire he had left behind, this one was different. It was built on compassion, fairness, and dignity. Every employee was treated with respect. Every worker was valued because he knew what it felt like to be overlooked. At the heart of it all, Maria watched quietly. She never asked for recognition. She never sought praise. But in her eyes, there was a quiet pride that words could never fully capture. The boy she had held in her arms had become a man she could look up to. But life has a way of circling back. One afternoon, years later, a familiar car pulled up outside their home. Maria noticed it first. Her hands froze mid-motion, her heart skipping a beat she hadn't felt in years. The past she had tried to leave behind had returned. His parents stepped out, older now, slower, the sharpness in their eyes softened by time, regret, and something deeper, loneliness. They had heard about his success, they had seen what he had built, and perhaps for the first time in their lives they had begun to understand what they had lost. He stepped outside to meet them. The air was thick with unspoken words. For a moment, no one spoke. Then, quietly, they asked for forgiveness, not with arrogance, not with authority, but with something unfamiliar, humility. They spoke of regret, of mistakes, of years spent realizing that wealth had given them everything except what truly mattered. And as they stood there waiting for an answer, Maria watched from the doorway. Her heart trembled, not with anger, not with bitterness, but with something far more powerful, understanding. Because she knew pain. And she knew that sometimes people only learn when it's too late. He looked at them. Then he looked back at Maria, the woman who had raised him. The woman who had been cast aside. The woman who had never once stopped loving. And in that moment, he made a choice, not out of anger, not out of revenge, but out of the very thing she had taught him his entire life, kindness. He forgave them. But forgiveness didn't mean forgetting. It didn't erase the past. It simply meant choosing peace over pain. His parents were allowed back into his life, but not as rulers, not as figures of power. They were simply people now, flawed, human, learning, and Maria was never again pushed aside. She wasn't introduced as a maid. She was introduced as his mother, the truth finally spoken out loud. And in that moment, something healed, not just between them, but within everyone. Because sometimes the greatest strength isn't in holding on to pain, it's in letting it go. If this story has touched your heart in any way, take a moment right now to like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and leave a comment below. Your support helps keep stories like this alive. Before we end, I have a special request. Comment a love over everything if you believe that true family is built through actions, not blood. Maria spent the rest of her years not in the shadows of someone else's home, but in the warmth of her own. She no longer woke before dawn out of duty, but out of peace. She no longer worked to survive, but lived to enjoy, and every morning as sunlight filled the small home they had built together, she would sit quietly watching him move through his life, strong, kind, and unshaken. And in her heart she knew she had never been just a maid, she had been everything.